Alrighty, today I'm starting Frieren Beyond Journey's End. I have heard nothing but good things about this show. I've been very excited to watch it for a while now. IGN Anime of the Year for 2024. It's animated by Madhouse Studios, and I believe the only other show I've seen by Madhouse is One Punch Man, and they did a very good job with that, so I'm excited. Now, I've heard Frieren is a little bit slow in terms of pacing, but the character development is really good. There's lots of exploration, which I like. And season 1 here is 28 episodes long. That's quite a lengthy season, so I'm going to be enjoying this for quite a few weeks. I've been trying to focus a lot more on newer shows now that I've gone back and watched a lot of the old shows that I really wanted to watch. Some of the other newer shows I'm looking at doing soon include Chainsaw Man and Kaiju number 8, but Frieren and Vinland Saga are the two I have heard the most just fantastic things about. Vinland Saga will be coming to the channel soon as well, but for now I'm starting with Frieren. I'm going to go straight into episode 1 here and just see what it's all about. Like and subscribe, check out the Patreon for early access if you're interested, and with all that being said, enjoy the video. Okay, it opens up with the intro straight away. Can I watch this? Will I watch it anyway? Probably, but are there spoilers in here? Should I avoid it? Let me know, because I would love to react to it straight away. But let's get right into the episode now. At the northernmost end of the continent, I arrived at the place that the people of this world call heaven. Oriol, the land where souls rest. Oh, I like this. I'm gonna look at this map. Many souls gathered there, and I spoke with friends who once fought alongside me. Flam, I think? The legendary mage. Very fantasy already. Frieren. Look at those eyes. Look at this guy on the left. He looks like an owl. We defeated the Demon Kingdom. They beat Ganon. What's the word I'm looking for here? She's very, somber, maybe? I don't know. Here we go. Frieren Beyond Journey's End. Let's see what I'm in for. She's just kind of here. That's the vibe I'm getting. This seems like a big deal, and she's just chilling. Himmel. Eisen. Heiter. Frieren. I want to see this Demon King thing, man. This feels like the end of the show. What happened in the lead up to this? Okay. Okay, he's one of those. Very to the point. Don't know why, but it's not how I expected Frieren to be. We'll see. There's got to be a reason. Beyond Journey's End. Okay, I think it makes some sense. Hello? He's a homie. Damn, it was 10 years? Yeah, I like that. Okay. Okay. Is it going to be peace? I don't know. I'm always suspicious. Interesting. I'm curious as to what we're building at here. But I'm asking questions already, and that's where I like to be. It's a very unique kind of art style as well. Almost looks painted, a lot of the background. I like it. Collecting spells? Huh? Oh, it's like that? How old is Frieren? I was just thinking that. Is it because she's an elf? We're asking the real questions now. It makes sense. I think that's why Homie laughed at her when she said, I'll take you there in 50 years. It might not be much to Frieren. I'm already starting to think, is she the way that she is because she lives for so long? Everything is just, it is what it is? Maybe she lacks purpose. Ooh, I like that though. Very heavy on the fantasy, which I like.
暗黒竜の角、暗黒竜自体2、30年は見てないね。
Shadow Dragon.
そういえば魔王城で拾ったやつヒンメルに預けたままだっけ。もうすぐエーラ流星の時期だしついでに取りに行くか。
Oh, okay, so it's been almost 50 years. I got a bad feeling about this.
だいぶ街並みが違うの。
She doesn't even think twice about the fact that, what if he's not here? It's been 50 years.
フリーレン。
ヒンメル。
Yeah. Yeah.
老いぼれてる。
言い方ひどくない？
That seems like her whole deal though, man.
もう一生会えないのかと思っていたよ。
She was smiling a bit there.
あと魔王城で拾ったやつなんだけど。
暗黒竜の
Straight
角
to
だ
the
ね。
point.
片時も忘れたことはないよ。ずっとタンスから邪悪なオーラが出ていたからね。
Man's been keeping the bad vibes around this whole time.
君にとっては軽い気持ちで預けたものかもしれないけど、僕にとっては大切な仲間から預かった大事なものなんだ。
And there it is. I appreciate that. That's nice of him, man. You can see the difference, how much it meant to him. But Frieren's just like, I'll drop by 50 years later and pick it up. It's not that big a deal. Nothing seems like a big deal. Ah!
ヒンメルまだハゲなんだからこだわったって意味ないよ。
You can't say that! So they look the same. Or am I tripping?
あなたは
Well, he's
全
definitely
然変わり
old.
ませんね。
頭なでんな。アイゼンはあまり変わっていないね。
そうか、そう見えるか。
さすがドワーフ。
Oh, okay, he's a dwarf.
だからここから1週間くらい歩いて。
そんなに遠いのか。
Time is just nothing to her, you know? Oh, I'm so intrigued. Himmel's gonna pass away before they get there.
あの時に戻ったかのようだ。
That's nice. Oh, it's a big dog. Oh, music. Hold on now. Ooh! I like that. I like that a lot.
欲しい思い出の中にはいつも君たちがいた。
That's nice, man.
全員が揃うこの日を待ち望んでいたんだ。
It's like to these guys, or Himmel especially, this was their whole life.
最後にとても楽しい冒険ができた。
And it's just a fraction of Frieren's. Like, she's not even thinking like that. Maybe? I don't know. I like this. There you go, buddy. Oh, that got me emotional. I like that.
綺麗だ。ヒンメルは幸せだったと思いますよ。
Agree.
そうなのかな。
あの子ヒンメル様の仲間なんだって。悲しい顔一つしないなんて白状だね。
だって私この人のこと何も知らないし。
10 years? You traveled together?
たった10年一緒に旅しただけだし。
Okay.
人間の寿命は短いって分かっていたのに、なんでもっと知ろうと思わなかったんだろう。
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, homies.
頭なでんなよ。
I knew she'd say that.
二人とも顔をよく見せて。これで最後になるでしょうからね。
どこか
長年の酒がたたりましてね。
It'll do that.
生徒によることがあったら私の墓に酒でも備えてください。
He's just accepting of it.
ハイターは死ぬのが怖くないの？
私たちは世界を救った勇者パーティーですよ。死後は天国で贅沢三昧に決まっています。
Fitting for a priest to say that.
あなた方と共に戦ったのです。
生臭坊主。
それではお先に。
Well, once again, he looks happy just like Himmel.
私はもっと人間を知ろうと思う。
Okay.
じゃあまたね、アイゼン。
あ、また。
I'm struggling to put my finger on Frieren. She's showing emotion in some instances, and then not at all. Oh, the music's doing things again. And that's the pilot, episode 1, The Journey's End. Wow, it's not often you start at an ending. Hold on. 20 years later. Okay.
何かお探しでしょうか。
Who dat?
ハイターって人の家を探しているんだけど。
Okay.
では、お客様でございますね。
まだ生きてたんだ、生臭坊主。
かっこよく死ぬのも難しいものですな。
あの子は
フェルンと言います。南側諸国の繊
A
細孤児で
war
した。
orphan.
進んで人助けするような太刀じゃないでしょう。ヒンメルじゃあるまいし。旅先で会う人とはなるべく関わるようにしているからね。
Okay.
それにハイターにはたくさん借りがあるから死なれる前に返しに来た。
Oh, that's nice.
では一つ頼み事を。弟子を取りませんか。
Is it Fern?
フェルンには魔法使いとしての素質があります。
Here we
あな
go.
たの旅に連れて行ってくれませんか。
Can't really say no now.
それだけはできない。
I was
足
wrong.
手まといになるから。友人から預かった子を七に送るつもりはないよ。
I mean, that's fair enough.
そうですか。では別の頼みを。この魔導書には今は失われた死者の蘇生や
Oh, here we
死
go.
の魔法が記
Now
さ
we're
れて
getting
いる
into
と
some
され
stuff. Resurrection, immortality?
解読をお願いしたいのです。できますか。
まあ5、6年もあれば。
Does he want it for himself?
理由は2つあります。一つはあなたたちの手前格好をつけていたから。
Bless him.
前より死ぬのが怖くなったから。
That's pretty real.
それと解読の片手間で構わないのでフェルンに魔法を教えてあげてはくれませんか。
まあそのくらいなら。
Okay.
フリーレン様でも私を見つけるのが大変でございましたか。
What does that
存
mean?
在感が薄いとハイター様からもよく言われます。
Okay.
とても良いことでございますね。
It's a very good thing.
そうだね。
But that could be handy.
やっぱり魔力探知にほとんど引っかから
I
ない。
like mana as well. Maybe Frieren does take her.
ハイター様にあの一番岩を打ち抜けば一人前になれると言われました。
Oh, that's fun. I like that.
ハイターも分かってんじゃん。あれはね。
Okay. That looked pretty good though.
魔法は好き。
ほどほどでございます。
Somewhat.
私と同じだ。
Interesting. And that's it. Okay, I've heard one line of this song and I want to listen to the whole thing. I say this in almost every show that I start, but I'm really, really good at forming opinions based on no knowledge whatsoever. Like, I just look at the poster art for the show, all the good things people are saying about it. This was not what I was expecting. It's a very unique pilot. I can already see the potential for character growth in Frieren, which is very exciting. It's something I love to see. And I said in the intro, I've heard the pacing is slow. Often pilots are like this though. We get through a lot quickly and then we slow down, but right off rip, how many years have we gone through? 70 or something? There's a lot to talk about here, so I'm gonna have some fun with this one. Alrighty, so straight away, the first thing you notice is Frieren's character. Very blunt, just very to the point. It seems bored, and as you get through the episode, it kind of starts to make a little bit of sense as to why, especially towards the end. So she's an elf. It seems like they'd live for hundreds of years. How old even is Frieren at this point? So 10, 20, 50 years, it's pretty much nothing to her. Even a week's walk just seemed like an afternoon to her. So I get the sense that maybe she's lacking a sense of purpose, especially at the end when she agrees with what Fern was saying about liking magic only somewhat. But I enjoyed the progression of this episode. So first of all, we did get to see a map, which I can't wait to come back to throughout this show. One of my favorite things about reading fantasy books back in the day is having that map of the area, like in the front few pages, and as you're reading, you keep going back to the map. So this is exciting. Very heavy on the fantasy stuff. Again, I really like all that. Elves, dwarfs, demons, dragons, they've got it all, magic. And I enjoyed that we kind of start the show at the end of something that seemed to be a really big deal, beyond the journey's end, and the journey seemed to be Frieren and her 3 companions going off and saving the world. Why are we just brushing this under the rug? This sounds like a big deal, no? But I guess that's the whole point. Through Frieren's eyes, maybe it's not such a big deal, you know? They're saying the world has entered a new era of peace, and Frieren just gets on with it. She comes back in 50 years to see Himmel, and she's almost surprised that he's old. But it's really nice what happens after, to see how happy Himmel was, just to see things like he kept the dragon horn that was just leaking this horrible aura so close to him because it reminded him of a dear friend in Frieren. So you can see the differences here. Like to Himmel, the 10-year journey they went on, him keeping that horn and maybe hoping to see Frieren again, that was his whole life. But to Frieren, it might have felt like a fleeting moment, which is crazy, like in the grand scheme of things. And when Himmel dies, going through his funeral and burial, you start to get more of an insight into Frieren. She didn't like the fact that she didn't get to know him. They only spent a mere 10 years together. She's not showing emotion because she didn't know much about him, but she's upset because she didn't make the time, I guess, to find out more. And now she's trying to atone for that, I guess, by going out and learning more about humans and getting acquainted with the people she meets. So you can already see the kind of journey that Frieren's going to go on. I really get the feeling it's going to be about appreciating things a lot more, because she seems very caught up in whatever the big picture is for her. Obviously she's out there just collecting these spells. It seems like she's very adept in magic, but she might not enjoy it that much, which could be a big part of why she seems so bored. She's out there doing something she might be good at, but she doesn't necessarily enjoy. Still very early, so I'm sure we'll get a lot more information about all of that. The music choices were fantastic. There were 2 really good moments, the meteor scene as well as towards the end, where the music really picks up, and I can see some really cool moments happening later on in the show with that kind of music. I'm really looking forward to that, as well as throughout the episode. I want to call it like folk style music, right, buddy? But it was very fitting for what I was seeing on the screen. You know, it feels really like olden style kind of areas, you know, like the castles, like lots of green. But I'm very interested to see more of it. I'm really intrigued by Frieren's character, like what's happened in her life up to this point to make her feel like this. What's she gonna go through? I think Fern might be a bit of an interesting addition to Frieren here, given they share their opinions on magic, and Fern seems to be a little bit of a natural. We'll see what happens here. My gut tells me that she's going to be deciphering all of these spells to do with immortality and resurrection, as well as training Fern. I have a feeling that our mate here, let me grab his name, Haita, I have a feeling that he might pass in the meantime, and I can see Frieren actually taking Fern. That's just where my gut goes. I tend to be wrong about these sorts of things, but I'm very intrigued, and I find myself wanting to know what's going on here. And when I'm feeling like that, that's when I know I'm gonna have a good time. So I'm gonna go into episode 2 now, see what happens there. We jumped around a lot here. I'm sure that's just unique to the pilot. 70 odd years, I think, transpired over this episode. I imagine it will slow down time-wise, but I'm very curious to see what happens. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And as always, please continue to leave your comments and feedback down below. You know I always appreciate it. And we'll see you all in the next episode of Frieren.